Hello everyone, welcome to Groovy Sauce, and today I'm going to be checking out a bunch of flavored walnuts from Diamond. I have the sweet maple variety here, I have the salted dark chocolate variety here, as well as the Himalayan Pink Salt variety and the hot honey. Alright everybody, let's go ahead and rip into these bags and see how they taste. Okay everybody, we're starting everything off with this sweet maple, so let's go ahead and just open the bag here. I'm getting a little bit of a maple scent there coming off of it just from opening it, so here we go. They look like glazed, walnuts. Nothing too amazing looking, like it doesn't sparkle like diamonds or anything, but it certainly does smell very mapley, so let's go ahead and take bite number one here. That maple glaze, fantastic. If you've ever had honey bunches of oats and that maple flavor from a honey bunches of oats, it almost tastes like that. A little bit more salty, but still very, very much sweet, delicious. And you almost don't even taste the walnuts there until you chew into it. That's how much glaze is on these. Very, very good so far. Very impressed by these. Sweet maple. You're getting a very, very good passing grade here. Maybe an A to an A+. Let's go ahead and move on to the salted dark chocolate. Okay, so here we go with the salted dark chocolate. A little bit of a chocolate smell there, not something overpowering though. So let's go ahead and get a handful of these. And you can see the pieces there. They're covered in chocolate, but you still see the nuts underneath. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. Oh, that's good. That is very good. The dark chocolate pairs so well with the nutty taste of the walnut. Very snack worthy with these, especially. I don't know whether they're necessarily better than sweet maple, but I very, very much enjoy these. Yeah, there's not a ton of salt here too. It does say salted dark chocolate, but I'm not necessarily getting something that's overpoweringly salty. The chocolate and the nut blending together is most definitely the highlight of this. But more than anything else, I think the dark chocolate is the number one highlight of these. Very, very good. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the pink Himalayan salt variety. Okay, so here we are with the pink Himalayan salt variety. Let's go ahead and rip open this bag. Not getting pretty much anything in terms of scent off of these. And these look just kind of like, stereotypical walnuts. There's nothing really on the outside of these, so I guess it's just the flavor alone. So here we go. Those are very salty. Again, the flavor is amazing because the walnuts are amazing. You just taste like a salty walnut. I don't know whether I'd be able to know or be able to, differentiate regular table salt from pink Himalayan salt, but I mean, they're good. Again, just tastes like salty walnuts, if you ask me. Still very delicious. Okay, let's go and move on to our last bag, the hot honey. Okay, everybody, here we go. Last bag, hot honey. I should preemptively say that I'm not really too good with hot stuff. We'll see how hot these are, though, so here we go. Hot honey. Not getting a ton of scent off these. Let's go ahead and get a handful of them. And there's definitely a little bit of a glaze on these. You can still see the nut very, very well, though. So here we go. Hot honey. So far, just a little touch of the honey flavor. And maybe a little hint of like a little bit of a heat. But overall, not a lot of heat, and really I think they could have amped up the amount of honey here, if I'm being honest. And honestly, I was scared by the packaging, but there's hardly any heat whatsoever here. Still, again, the nuts are great. And the glaze does accentuate it with a hot honey flavor here. However, it's not as flavorful as I was expecting it to be. In comparison to the salted dark chocolate and the sweet maple especially, these are a lot more lightly flavored than those two versions. Still pretty good. I don't know whether I'd get these again whenever I could just get regular walnuts, but yeah, pretty decent. All right, everybody, one more bite and we'll get to my final thoughts. Okay, everybody, so the diamond flavored walnuts I thought were pretty great. I specifically enjoyed a couple of the different varieties here more so than the others, though. Specifically, the salted dark chocolate I thought was wonderful. Just a ton of dark chocolate surrounding that walnut. Very, very ample amount of chocolate there. And it was also just wonderfully pairing with the walnuts there too, with that salted dark chocolate. Absolutely love the salted dark chocolate. Then there's the sweet maple, which I thought was also really wonderful. Tons of sweet maple surrounding the walnuts again there, but there's also a little bit of saltiness there, which I also really enjoyed. I think that if you like just salted walnuts, then maybe the Himalayan Pink Salt variety would appeal to you. In terms of me, I don't know whether I would get it again, simply because it just seems just like salted walnuts there with the Himalayan Pink Salt. Not bad at all, but in terms of a flavor, I think that's, you know, it's just salted walnuts. But then there's the hot honey. I think the hot honey could definitely use some improvements, specifically because it's not really that hot, and there's not really a lot of honey there either. So yeah, in comparison to the salted dark chocolate and the sweet maple variety, these were definitely lacking in flavor. But again, you know, the walnuts are delicious, but if you want to get a flavor, I would definitely say check out the salted dark chocolate and the sweet maple. Both of those varieties I thought were just insanely good. All right, everybody, that pretty much does it here for the video. Make sure that you give me a like and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more content from me. I don't always do food reviews like this. Sometimes I'm doing video game gameplay. I also have a food news show, and you know, I just do pretty much anything here that I want on the channel. It's really a mixed bag of content, so make sure that you're subscribed if you'd like to see a mixed bag of content here on this channel. And with that being said, thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time.